My wife has been through so much crap with, so this is Sjogren's syndrome, fibromyalgia. She's doing all sorts of different procedures to try to correct that. And now she's got this thing called, have you ever seen Vertigo?
Oh, yeah.
And it's, somebody's calling it like a silent migraine. Yeah. She's got that.
Well,
where she's constantly imbalanced, and this has been the last 2 days. And today it's teamed up with a migraine. I mean, it's just crazy.
They say physical therapy. We were talking with Phil Fess at the Heart Radiothon. He was saying that physical therapy could be a huge help for vertigo.
All right. Well, she's dealing with it right now.
Yeah.
Can't catch me. Doesn't know where I am. Where am I? I'm over here. I'm over here.
I was going to add to that list that she's also married to you.
Yeah,
but,
it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Now, interesting. It's not just guys. So you see all these stories about Botox, and there's a study out that says there is a huge increase in Botox for men who are getting cosmetic injections to compete against younger guys. Dr. Farah Khan is a board-certified plastic surgeon, renowned plastic surgeon, who's on the line right now via Fox News. And, Doc, this is a big deal now. Men for vanity purposes.
It is.
So tell me, what's... I guess it was more of a question than a statement.
Sure. Well, I think it's the times, right? I mean, we're constantly living our lives out on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we post selfies. So I think men, just like women, want to look their best. And so, if Botox can help, then why not?
All right. According to this study by the American Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, an impressive 453,281 male patients received Botox injections last year, and that is up by almost 10%. That's a pretty big increase.
It's definitely true, because even in my office, I would say it's at least, I would probably say 25 or 50%. And I'm based right in Dallas, so it's just, it's definitely growing in popularity.
If I would have known that I was going to lose, and this is something for you, Maneski, if I would have known I was going to lose my hair the way I've lost my hair, I would have shaved my head and kept it short when I was 22. Because now people who haven't seen me in 20 years are like, wow, you lost that. Whoa, look at you. Yeah. So had I embraced it back then, instead you try to hold on to it. I'm waiting for the Botox that actually grows hair. When is that coming?
Hopefully it'll be out soon. We'll see.
Let's hope so.
Doc, can I ask, is Botox only a facial injection? I'm wondering on these men, are they getting, turkey necks taken off, the sagging on the arms? Can you get Botox like behind the back of your arm to tighten that muscle up so that it doesn't sag anymore? I'm just wondering where they're getting the procedures. Is it all face, or are they going all over?
Typically, Botox is used in the face, so it's used around like the crow's feet, around the wrinkles, around your eyes, or in your forehead. But men who have like a double chin, there's a new product out there called Kybella, which actually dissolves the fat. And so, and the cool thing about Kybella is it actually is permanent. Versus, Botox you typically need every 3 to 4 months.
Yeah. I'll be bathing in this stuff by the weekend.
Listen, I decided I was not going to do Botox after watching the Batman movie and Joker. The Joker was just that constant smile on his face.
Botox gone bad.
Yeah. So, but they say it has gotten pretty good, the technology, and it has. Now, I guess my question is more of a psychological question. Are guys over the age of 50 really worried about being the old guy in the office and really sent out to pasture that early?
I think we've seen patients who have come in prior to a big job interview, and I think these guys, they just want to, look their best, and I think it just gives them a little bit more confidence, and it's giving them a bit of a competitive edge. And I think men who are in like sales or, in any field where you're interacting with other people, you always want to put forth your best face.
All right. Interesting. Although guys still have the luxury, an old-looking guy, a guy who looks old is thought of to be powerful and strong and the boss. A woman gets old, and it's like, I think the pressure is still on women to try to look better so that they can continue to compete in the world. At least that's the part that's unfair, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think, as I said, I think just because we now are living our lives on social media,
right, it's different.
I think men are feeling the pressure as well, and so they're catching up.
One more thing to worry about. All right, Doc. Dr. Farah Khan, board-certified plastic surgeon. Thank you for taking the time this morning.
All right, thank you.
Charlie's on the line. Actually, I mentioned going into this, a little medical segment, if you will, vanity segment, about my wife's situation with this silent migraine, they call it, which comes sometimes without any pain. Although she's done all this without going to the doctor, you have to understand. She's not going to the doctor. She's figured this out through Google. She knows exactly what she has.
Oh.
So Patty said sometimes people get vertigo after cruises.
Which is true.
Very interesting. Now, it's been 3 weeks for us, though, but is that still possible?
It's interesting that she would be fine and then have problems, but a cruise is a common place to get vertigo.
Charlie in West Winfield. What do you know, Charlie?
Well, not too long ago, I had vertigo, and it was after like a cold that was going around, and so I had some sort of cold symptoms, and shortly after I developed a vertigo, and so I went to the doctor, and I put it off for a long time.
Yeah. So it lasted a while for you then.
Say that again, sir?
It lasted a while.
Because I didn't address it.
Okay.
And so I went to the doctor, and he looked in my ears and decided to try a technique, and you can do a doctor can do this, and it wound up being a benign positional vertigo. And the stone, you have like a stoner in your ears, the balancing tubes or stuff that I'm not technical on. But actually, these stones can get out of position from different phenomena, like a cold, or maybe the flight that she took.
Well, remember also, my wife has Sjogren's syndrome and fibromyalgia. Sjogren's, which is an autoimmune disorder, which is constantly dehydration and constantly attacking her system. So she's always going through some sort of conditions like you would have, when you get sick. She deals with it kind of every single day. So they were able, and so what did he do? He went in your ears and was able to.
No, what he did, the doctor actually laid me back on the table, had me turn my head one position as he laid me down, had me roll my head in another position, lifted me back up off the table, and within 5 minutes, and he just looked at me. He says, "Do you have it?" And I said, "No, it's gone."
Wow!
And it never returned. And so, what happens is these stones or calcification or small members or pieces that are within your ear tubes for your balance, and they get out of position. And just a simple 5-minute treatment, and I was all done. And I was just amazed. I thought, come on, are you kidding me?
That is unbelievable. I'm gonna put you on hold just so we can get the name of that miracle working doctor. I'd love to have the name. So I'll put you on hold, and Kira will pick you up. Okay?
All right.
I appreciate the input, Charlie. It means a lot.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too. We'll break.